Hey guys, my name's Taylor. I'm a tattoo apprentice and I just wanted to make this video to show everyone the process and what it's like to get into an apprenticeship, pros and cons and all that kind of stuff, what to look for whenever you're looking for an apprenticeship. Girl, I'm so sorry about that. Since she wants to make a lot of noise. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video because I feel like I was pretty lost and stressed out when I first started, nervous and didn't know what to expect, so. I'm gonna start with paid versus unpaid apprenticeships. So basically what I'm doing right now is an unpaid apprenticeship, so I'm doing a bunch of little chores for the shop instead of paying money. I think that's the way to go personally, unless you know that shop is 100% going to teach you everything you need to know. There's a lot of downtime, there's a lot of just drawing by yourself, a lot of teaching yourself, a lot of having to ask questions or you won't know anything. That makes it just not valuable to pay for. You can get the same experience from an unpaid apprenticeship and all you have to do is sweep them up a little bit. It's really not that hard. I'm not gonna lie, plus if you don't know the people you're apprenticing for, if you don't know that's a really great person, they're probably gonna take your apprenticeship when it ends. I've seen this happen before. When you end your apprenticeship, it's supposed to be over a year, whatever. You're great, you're doing great. You should be just a regular tattoo artist learning. At this point, they take you and they say, no, you're not experienced enough until I say so. And that's indefinite, and then you just have to keep paying them thousands of dollars a month. So it's everyone's own choice, but in my opinion, most people who pay for their apprentices that I've seen and I've known in Houston, that's where I'm at, not worth it. Not even at great studios, so I wouldn't recommend, especially if there's an unpaid option. Most places nowadays are either doing paid only or pay you a wage that you can live on. Because right now, this economy, being an apprentice is a whole nother story. That's what I'm gonna get into. This topic is apprenticing under this economy. It's rough. It's really what a lot of people have said. I know this really accomplished artist with more awards and time in the industry than me. He said it's the worst time for someone to start off. I'm like, damn. But honestly, unless you're at a great shop with lots of good marketing, people aren't coming in right now to get tattooed. This economy is awful, and tattoos are not necessary. So, I mean, I'm not spending money on tattoos. I can't afford it. Financially, being an apprentice is not easy. Most people have to have a second job. It's rough, and you need to plan for it. Honestly, I would recommend saving up a good chunk of money for it. Even supplies. Supplies is gonna cost a good $1,000 if you're buying enough to get you by for a good year. So keep that in mind. Next is you can become a tattoo apprentice just if you want to, spruce up your look a little bit, I guess. It's not worth it financially because you're going to be broke for a good year, but you're going to get practiced on. Every single other apprentice, every piercer, people who just want stuff for their portfolio, people who are just bored. Also, there's just a lot of fucking bullshit with this industry. It's male dominated. There's a lot of freaking cockiness, lots of egos, lots of people just with narcissism, raging. It's pretty bad, but you kind of just have to live to yourself, keep to yourself, not worry about it, because if you want to finish your apprenticeship, that's pretty much the only thing that's important at that moment. So you need to finish your apprenticeship and go into something greater. So if your apprenticeship sucks but you've been in it for 6 months, if it's just somebody being an ass is one thing. If you're being discriminated against, obviously I would leave. But if someone's just being cocky, being an ass, they'll probably move studios or get fired in a week anyways, honestly. If you do something like steal clients from someone or are just a bad person, it will spread like wildfire, that shit. How I got my apprenticeship was basically look online, look on social media, look on Instagram for in your area, free apprentice tattoos or cheap discounted apprentice tattoos. If that's a thing in your area, if you can find any of that online, it's usually a thing, but I don't know. I live in a bigger city, so go to that shop, go see if there's a contact form or a website, and then ask if they're accepting apprentices. Some places are, some places aren't. It's a big, long process, and it can take a while to find one that you like or that will work with you. Or if you don't want to pay one that isn't doing paid apprenticeships. But I don't recommend paid apprenticeships because it's just unless you really know it's not a toxic thing, they're gonna make it toxic. You need at least like 50, 75, 100 works. I had like 75, but some of them weren't like finished works. I just put digital copies. Some people have physical portfolios. It depends on the shop, what they're gonna ask for and accept. Obviously, finding artists that you look up to is important, but I don't think that basing your entire apprenticeship off of finding a single artist that you think is a great artist and then trying to learn off of them is the best thing, because they could be the best artist in the world and not have a great teaching style. They could be the best artist in the world and not even know what they're talking about. Like, it's really just dependent on the person, and even good artists, good people could just lack. So, and honestly, even with all this advice, you could get into an apprenticeship and fumble, but it's life. You just gotta roll with it and keep going. If you don't get another apprenticeship, you're never gonna be a tattoo artist, obviously. But yeah, I don't know why Maisie's still in the damn water, so. Let me know if y'all want any tattoo story times. Blah, blah, blah.